If you're tired of going to the gym every week and having that nagging front shoulder pain with bench pressing, you must do this exercise. You can finally stop that shoulder pain and bench press again with this easy trick. This has helped thousands of weightlifters reduce their symptoms faster than they thought was possible. And if you are truly committed to your health, you can do the same. My name is Dr. Choffner. We've helped thousands of strength athletes with shoulder pain return to lifting pain-free through our one-on-one online coaching program. And this video will take you step by step through our #1 back to bench pressing exercise. Now, we've all done dumbbell flies before, maybe even banded flies, but have you ever tried a reverse fly? Here's what you should do. Pick a bench, grab a medium resistance band. Typically green is the best, and these are the small looped bands that can wrap around the wrists. They're very small in diameter. Now make sure your low back is flat and flush with the bench so there's no space underneath. So if I was able to put my hand under your back, it would not fit in there, right? Your back would be pushed against it. And then the second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna engage your abdominals through the entirety of the exercise. Now you wanna initiate the movement by retracting or squeezing those shoulder blades straight back towards the spine. And be careful not to get them upwardly rotated at all or elevated. You wanna make sure they stay depressed down towards your hips and back towards your spine. Second thing you want to do is pull the wrists apart like this so they form a V from your angle of your wrist down to your elbow, okay? The wrist should always be outside of the elbows for the entirety of the exercise. That's going to maintain resistance and turn on those external rotators of the shoulder joint. Now you want to have the elbows track down normally during the exercise on the lowering phase, just like they would during your normal bench press exercise. And this will vary depending on your body size and what's comfortable for you and your shoulder joint, right? Some people may bench press with their kind of elbows up nice and high like this. Some will bench press with them kind of at that kind of medium level between high and between low. Some will bench press with them down by their sides. Typically, if you have very bad shoulder pain or you have a lot of irritation in the front of the shoulder joint, the safest option is going to be to stay in the scapular plane, which is kind of a little bit down by the sides, kind of right here. But if you're okay, you can kind of bring them higher up and try and trial that a little bit. Now, if you're doing this exercise and you still have that nagging, irritating front shoulder pain in the front delt muscle there, you need to either 1, perform more repetitions, 2, increase the resistance of the band you're using, 3, add 1 to 2 more exercises to turn on the rotator cuff and weaker muscles surrounding that shoulder blade area in the back. But keep in mind, this will not work for everyone because this is just simply one exercise. While it does work for most, I always recommend getting an assessment where you have a specialized physical therapist or a chiropractor who can help take you through different tests to tell you what exercises you should be doing rather than guessing. And since we're on the topic, since we're talking about physical therapists, right, I myself do specialize in helping people with shoulder pain. So if you're ready to fix your shoulder pain, get my free shoulder fix guide by joining my Facebook group, NTS Shoulder Pain Relief Method. Now that that's out of the way, the best results come from performing this exercise 3 to 4 days a week, typically right before you're going to do your bench pressing for the day. In order to progress it, say it's really easy or you're not really getting a lot out of it or you've been doing it for a couple weeks, listen up. This is how we're going to tell you to make it more challenging for you, to challenge more of the rotator cuff and the other muscles around the shoulder blade. Now, the first way is you can hold 2 dumbbells in your hand as you have the band wrapped around. So as you're doing your reverse flies, you can be holding 2 dumbbells, which is going to make it a lot more challenging and add more resistance. Now remember, bands are going to apply a different type of resistance, meaning accommodating resistance, right? There's going to be more resistance as you pull your hands further apart and go down into the range of motion. Whereas dumbbells have a set amount of resistance that exert force straight downwards. So it's great to kind of pull both in together to challenge the muscles a little bit more. Then what you can do is you can try progressing from 2 dumbbells to using 1 dumbbell. So say it's my left shoulder that hurts, I can add 1 dumbbell to my left shoulder and I can do the reverse flies while just holding that in the one injured side to challenge the stability more of the rotator cuff. Now when that gets easy, I can progress to holding a kettlebell upside down. Holding a kettlebell upside down as I do, it's going to make it even more challenging because now I have more of a stability component because I'm holding it kind of by the horns. And now finally, the final progression, right? When you guys are ready to get back to bench pressing, you should always do this one thing before you do. Put the band around the wrist like you're going to do a reverse fly and try your normal bench presses holding a bar. So grab a barbell, no weight on it, put the band around the actual wrist and perform the kind of bench press all the way down using the same cues I just went over. Only difference is your band's around your wrists and you're kind of performing the same motion. And that should help you feel more comfortable and feel more confident getting back to doing the actual bench pressing movement. But remember, the work isn't done just doing this exercise. You need a full plan that also targets the mobility of 1, the neck, 2, the thoracic spine, and also proper loading schedule and frequency for the rotator cuff and the muscles that surround it. This can sometimes take about 2 to 3 months on average to fully resolve and have that pain dissipate and get you back to bench pressing regularly 2 to 3 times a week. And this is something I can help you with because we specialize in helping strength athletes with shoulder pain get back to lifting pain-free through using our NTS method. So to get started and stop dealing with that shoulder pain, text me the word shoulder to 1-475-241-7993 and I'll send you a free shoulder pain fix demo so you can learn our NTS method and finally get pain-free. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. That's all we have for you today. And make sure you check out our other shoulder training videos. We'll see you in the next one.